Today in this lecture we will study about the alkenes. Alkenes, we already know that when there is a double bond between carbon-carbon in an hydrocarbon, we call it as an alkene. At least a single double bond will also be called as an alkene. So here is an example. This is your simplest example is your ethene. Now this is IUPAC nomenclature. According to IUPAC nomenclature is like that, but according to trivial name it is called as your ethylene. That is, it is named as ethylene. This YELNE. Here IUPAC it is ENE and here YLENE. This is your common name. Okay. Similarly, how to give it IUPAC name? So the longest carbon chain is 4, and we have to number it from the functional group. That is, it should be numbered from this corner, not from this corner, so that the functional group gets the lowest number as possible as the lowest number. So this is 1. So you can write it as 1-butene also, or you can write it as simply butene also, or you can write it as but1ene also. So usually here we write this way. It is more easiest way. Now the general formula for alkenes are CnH2n. Now if we compare the structure of the corresponding alkene, that is ethane, it seems what happens, ethane has this structure, that is C2H6, whereas for ethene it is C2H4. So actually 2 hydrogen are lost, and these electron they bond together and form the double bond. So here from the alkane to the alkenes they are 2 hydrogen less. These alkenes are also called as, now because of this they have got double bond, the alkenes are more reactive than your corresponding alkane. Okay, that is ethene is more reactive than your ethane because it has got double bond. Now these are also called as, your alkanes are also called as olefins. Olefins, that is oil. They have a tendency to form oily products on treatment with halogens, and these double bond is called as your also as olefinic bond. Okay, this is also called as your olefinic bond. This double bond is also called as olefinic bond because they are also called as olefins. The alkenes are also called as olefins, and they have a tendency to form oily products when they combine with halogens. The nomenclature, as I have told you. So let's see some of the nomenclature, how they are being named. Now let us take an example. CH2, CH3. So how it will be named? First we have to find the longest chain. So it could be your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the longest. So we will take this as the longest chain. Now which way we have to number, from here or from here? Let's see, 1, 2, 3. It is getting number 3. Now from here if I number it 1, 2, 3. But we will number it from this side because here the substituent also will get a lower numbering. If we number it from this side, the substitute will be getting a higher numbering. So it will be numbered from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is your, actually the main group here is your hexene, and it has a substituent methyl at carbon number 3. So we will write it as 3-methyl hex. At which number the ene is? It is again at 3. So 3-methyl hex 3-ene. So this is how they are being named. Next we will learn about the structural formula, that is the electronic structure of, let's take the example of ethene only. So 2 carbons are there. We will show the carbon, the electrons of the carbon by this cross one. Okay. So here these two I have kept it here because these two are, it forms two double bonds, and these they form with hydrogen, single bond with hydrogen. Okay, so the structure will be this, that is, here they form the double single bonds, here they form double bond, here they form single bonds. So all the tetravalent and are being fulfilled, and it gets the octet configuration both the carbon, and this is the structure of the structural formula of the ethene. So now if you want to prepare ethene, I have already told you from alcohol. So what will be the corresponding alcohol? Obviously it will be your the corresponding alcohol will be ethanol. If we take the corresponding alcohol of this ethene, so I'm talking about that it will get from alcohol, and alcohol doesn't have any double bond. Obviously across the double bond, one OH will be there and H will be there. So this is your alcohol, this is your ethyl alcohol, or this is your ethanol. Okay, now the condition is, you have to remember the conditions for each and every organic reactions, that at what condition what reaction will give you what product. That is very important. So here in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, and what is the function of concentrated sulfuric acid? It acts as a dehydrating agent. We have studied in in your last class, right, in 9th standard. So this concentrated sulfuric acid will what it will do? It will take away this water, and that is OHH. So what does it make? It makes water, H2O. It will remove this water and it will form the ethene. So concentrated sulfuric acid at a temperature of 170 degrees Celsius, or we can take catalyst Al2O3, which has also dehydrating function, at 350 degrees Celsius. We will get these, and water is being lost, so which is been absorbed by this concentrated sulfuric acid or aluminum oxide, the catalyst. Now here we can see what is happening. This water is being removed. So as because here the water is being removed in the reaction, we also call this reaction as dehydration. This is the reaction which is also called as your dehydration. That is, it involves elimination of water. Now this ethanol and water is taken here in the ratio of 1:2. Okay, so this is how your one method of preparation of your alkene. If you see the laboratory method as shown in the book, how the construction is been done, how it is been prepared in the lab. Here in the round bottom flask, the ethanol and the sulfuric acid is heated, and the ethene which is produced, it passes through this, and it is passed through NaOH. NaOH absorbs if any carbon dioxide or sulfur dioxide which is being produced over here, it removes that, and then the ethene, then it only carries the ethene which is obtained by the downward displacement of the water. Why downward displacement? This shows ethene is lighter than water. So this is how your lab it is been prepared. Now here I have told that it is passed through NaOH. It is passed through NaOH. The reason is that it absorbs the impurities, sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, etc. Now where from the sulfur dioxide comes? It might happen because of the heat. The sulfuric acid has decomposed and given sulfur dioxide, and maybe in the atmosphere of the bottle some carbon dioxide may have been there. So these impurities are removed by passing it through NaOH. Next method of preparation of your ethene is from its corresponding alkyl halide. Okay, so let's take an example like what will I have already told you, alkyl halide. That means across this double bond obviously one halide is there, so it could be your bromoethane. we have taken bromoethane, and it is in the presence of KOH. Obviously we are taking here alcoholic KOH, not aqueous KOH, because these are all soluble in organic compounds. So we have to take alcoholic KOH and we have to boil it. So what will happen, this HBr will be lost. What will happen, that it will take this H, the bond will come and this will break. The bromine breaks and takes the hydrogen, and this bond breaks and it forms a double bond here. So this is how this reaction takes place. Now as because here HBr is lost, it is also called as dehydrohalogenation. This reaction is called as hydro for water, dehydrohalogenation reaction, because we are, D means you are losing it, hydro is hydrogen, and halogen matlab ye bromine, chlorine, iodine, anything. So dehydrohalogenation reaction. So this is another method of preparing ethene. Next we will learn about the chemical properties of, properties means chemical properties of the alkenes. So we are talking about only ethene. We will only take the example of ethene over here in your book. They have only studied ethene, because if you are taking the higher carbon compounds of these alkenes, they will give different type of isomers and all. So to keep it simple, we are only doing the ethene. For example, here in the preparation, what will happen if it is a more carbon compound? What will happen? These OH and the nearby hydrogen from the this nearby another, they have two options. It can lose the water from this carbon and this, or it can lose the hydrogen from this carbon also, this if it has a longer chain. So it might give rise to isomers of alkenes. So that is why it has not been included here. So now first reaction is catalytic hydrogenation. Catalytic hydrogenation we have already studied, while it is used for the preparation of your vegetable oil, I mean vanaspati. Okay, vanaspati, it looks, we call it as dalda. We get it from animal plant fat, not from animal fat. So this is also where this is how this actually takes place. Here what happens, the ethene is saturated. Ethene vapor is mixed with hydrogen and passed over the catalyst nickel or platinum or palladium. So what happens, this hydrogen has a proper, these metals have a property that they have pores, they have gaps on their surface, and in which the hydrogen can easily be absorbed, and on that, when the ethene passes over that surface, the hydrogen gets bonded to those double bonds, and this way it forms the ethane. इस तरह ethane form होता है. So every time this whenever the catalytic hydrogenation takes place for the organic compounds, we take the catalyst as nickel, platinum or palladium, because they had the hydrogen gets easily absorbed on their surface and the reaction becomes very easy. So these type of reactions are called as your addition reaction. Okay, till now how many types of reactions we have done? We have done substitution reaction, where you remove, where chlorination, in alkenes we have studied about chlorination, that is hydrogen was substituted by chlorine, so that was substitution reaction. But here you are adding something here, you are not substituting, you are not removing anything from here, so this is your addition reaction. Before that we have also learned about dehydrogenation, dehydrohalogenation, like this. Next property is that with iodine, with halogens, it can also produce addition products. For example, it can combine with chlorine in inert solvent, that is an organic solvent which is non-reactive, and it will form, what will happen, the chlorine is there, so it will combine with this one and this one will be here. Okay, this will attack the carbon, this bond will break as because it has got its octet completed. Now this electron and this electron of the chlorine will form covalent bond, that is यहाँ का electron, यहाँ का this electron goes and bonds with this. So now it has formed bonding with this, so this electron free, इस carbon का electron free हो जाता है, and this chlorine they bond and they form the addition product, and they form the product ClCl. This is H, this is H, and it forms 1,2-dichloroethane. This is your alkane now, and this is 1 and 2 carbon, 1,2-dichloroethane. So this way with bromine it will form 1,2-dichlorobromine, and with iodine it will form 1,2-diiodoethane. Sorry, with bromine it will form 1,2-dibromoethane, and with iodine it will form 1,2-diiodoethane. However, with the iodine the reaction is very slow. Now we know bromine is brown colored gas. Okay, so when bromine will react with it will form 1,2-dibromoethane, and obviously the brown color of bromine will be lost. So this taste with bromine actually gives the taste for unsaturation. This shows that if the bromine is reacting with someone and it loses its brown color, this shows that compound had got some sort, it has got unsaturation. So taste with bromine, this is taste for unsaturation in that compound. Okay, that this shows there is unsaturation in the compound. Next, the last part, which is the uses of the ethene. Ethene is used for welding purposes, for cutting metals. It is for welding. Then it is used to ripen the fruits. हमेशा देखना बीच बीच में बोला जाता है कि यूज मत करो you should not be. This ethylene is actually artificial ripening and preservation of fruit के लिए यूज होता है. वो क्या करते हैं, the farmers वो लोग कच्चा केला भी कच्चा, आम भी कच्चा वो लोग अपने पेड़ से ले लेते हैं, and they sprinkles ethylene on them because ethylene is helpful for ripening. So by the way it comes to the cities from the farmlands, they are properly ripened. So ethylene is also used for ripening of fruits. Next is catalytic hydrogenation used in hardening of oils, that is unsaturated carbon sinks. It is catalytic hydrogenation से हमें already हम लोगों ने study किया था कि इससे क्या होता है. Catalytic hydrogenation I told you for the preparation of fats from the plants, that is for dalda is one of the common example. वहाँ पर ऐसे ही बनाया जाता है. Then manufacture of synthetic chemicals like some antifreeze, ethylene glycol, then polymers. It is also used for the making polymer PVC, which is used in containers, insulators. It is used as raw material for the production of PVC. Polyvinyl chloride is used for making pipes, it is used for making insulators, it is used for making containers, etc. So these are the uses of ethene. So we have studied alkenes, and we are done with the alkenes. So you have to study the IUPAC nomenclature, its preparation, then its two properties. Mostly it will undergo addition reactions. This is also an addition reaction, and the uses.